And away we go. Welcome in to NESN Bets Kickoff here inside the PNC studio. Travis Thomas here with my main man, Sam Panayotovich. Another very good Monday Night Football matchup here. Bills hosting the Broncos. Bills favored by 8. So we've seen some line movement here. Total set at 47.5. Give me all the goods.
The goods rely around those of you that bet Buffalo -7 today, which I talked about on Lunchline and the Ultimate Betting Show. You have to play the sides or totals at the right time.
Right.
And there were people coming into today that still hadn't decided on the game. Well, the problem is, Travis, if you like Buffalo and you know you're going to bet Buffalo, why don't you just lay 7? Because you have the protection of not being a loser on a 21-14, 28-21 type game. Because now, if you're running to the window to lay Buffalo at 7.5 at Caesars or 7.5 at FanDuel or 8 at DraftKings, a 7-point decision, I'm going to tie, and anybody late to the party is going to lose. And that's the importance of the most key number in football, 7, because that's a touchdown and an extra point. You can't be laying 7.5 an hour before the game when you could have laid 7 literally all day. That's the problem that a lot of people run into when they bet the NFL. They wait too long and get bad numbers.
Timing.
So now if you like Denver, you know, we were talking about it on the show. You're like, I kind of like Denver on Lunchline at +7. On the Ultimate Betting Show, you were able to get 7.5. Now you can get the 8.
Exactly. I mean, this is why you need to watch our shows here at NESN. 1 p.m. we do Lunchline every day, Monday through Friday. And then at 5:30, as Sammy mentioned, Ultimate Betting Show as well. And we tell you all the time, timing is everything with this stuff. And by the way, Bills favored by 8. I like the Broncos to cover the number. As you said, I like them at 7, 7.5, doesn't matter. But I'm loving 8 here because I just think, and it's hard for me to defend, and I know you have some great numbers on the Broncos defense. Let's skip to the end. They stink. I mean, it's hard for me to defend a unit that gave up 70 points to the Dolphins. However, last couple weeks, they have played better. I think they have some momentum now. It is clear they underachieved all season up until this point. So I think right now, with the Bills being Jekyll and Hyde, inconsistent, undisciplined at times, and the way this Broncos defense is playing lately, I think they'll hang in this game. I also believe the Broncos have found their identity now. They run the ball consistently. We've seen that in this win streak last few weeks. They're running the ball consistently. Russell Wilson's doing less, which is good. Okay, that means more for the Broncos with him doing less. I think they hang in this game. They're not going to win it. I like the Bills to win the game, but I think the Broncos cover this 8. Not you.
You didn't sell me there.
Well, your numbers that you have are exactly why.
It's not so much about the numbers because I don't bet stats and trends. I try and bet the right number. And clearly, you know, if this game was played 2 weeks ago, Buffalo's probably a 10-point favorite.
Definitely.
So you're getting the low end of the number, at least you did earlier today. Sumer Sports does the advanced metrics, sumersports.com, and they do advanced or expected points added per play, which is, you know, it's a mouthful, EPA per play. They have Denver at the 32nd best defense in the NFL against the pass. There are only 32 teams.
That's not good.
So they aren't even better than teams like the Patriots, the Bears, Panthers,
Cardinals,
Giants, Commanders. All of those teams are better against the pass than the Broncos are. I also think Buffalo's a different animal at home. Now, if you look at the standings, Buffalo is technically 4-1 at home, but the one loss was the game they played overseas against Jacksonville.
That's right.
So in Orchard Park, they're 4-0 this year. They have ragdolled a lot of teams, including Miami. Remember when Miami was Super Bowl good, and Miami goes into Buffalo and loses by 1,000,000 points? So Buffalo at its best is going to curb this team. I think the concern and the hesitation for anybody against Buffalo is that they haven't done it. And I understand that. It's been like 5 weeks since they pasted somebody. But I think they're due for like 35-10, 42-17, something like that. I sort of lean to the over, but I'm not going to overthink it and just lay 7.
I mean, listen.
Well, laid 7 because you can't lay 7 now.
Even though I'm on the Broncos to cover this number, you said something I cannot disagree with. When the Bills bring their A game, I mean, they should stomp a lot of teams in this league, including the Broncos. But that's really what I'm betting against here. Coming off the bye week for the Broncos as well, I just think they've had more time to prepare. They're rested. I think they'll hang in there with the Bills because I can't trust the Bills to be consistently bringing that A game. All right, let's get into better bets here. We'll start with the QBs. Passing yards, Josh Allen, 27.5, or Russell Wilson, 212.5. 277.5 for Josh Allen, or 212.5 for Russell Wilson. What's a better bet to go over?
Look, the Bills are really thin on defense, too, and their top corner, Tre'Davious White, is out for the year with another injury. Yeah. It's been really tough to have to see him on the sidelines in street clothes multiple years now. So Wilson could get over. If they're down big, he's going to be throwing. But I think that Josh Allen is going to go for about 300 tonight. You also have to consider the price. The number you gave, 277.5, you can also get 267.5. So this is why you need multiple sports books to get the best number. You know, if you're driving down the street and gas is $3.50 a gallon here and $3.70 a gallon there, you're not going to buy the $3.70 a gallon. You're going to buy the $3.50. Same in sports betting. So I like the over, but if you get the good number at 267.5, very attainable. I told you earlier today, I had a dream last night that he threw for 4 touchdowns and just carved them up. Now, I don't know that I would bet that, but I would go over on probably both of these guys.
Well, yeah, I'm going over on Russell Wilson here, obviously, because I'm on the Broncos side of things. But I don't think it's going to be much over. He's not going to go out there. In fact, when Russell Wilson was throwing for 300 yards earlier this season, they were getting smoked, right?
Yeah, because they're down.
They're down
30, 40 points.
And listen,
like they were against Miami.
He's also not the same player that he once was. So they're asking him to do less, but I do believe he'll go over this low number tonight, but not by much. Rushing yards, James Cook over 57.5 yards, or Javonte Williams over 55.5, because you know I'm going Javonte Williams here.
You take it.
You don't like either on this? Okay, listen, I like Javonte Williams, and here's why. In those 2 games I talked about, they beat the Chiefs and they beat the Packers, okay? Again, as I brought up, the identity now, I think they found it. He's been a big reason why. He's been consistently running the ball well. I think he has a big game tonight because the game plan should be keep Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs on the sideline. Time of possession. Let's have long, sustained drives here, and then ask Russell Wilson to not turn the ball over. They've had success with that. That seems to be the identity. All right, better bet. Receiving yards on this one. Dalton Kincaid over 52.5 yards, or Stephon Diggs, higher number, over 86.5 yards.
You know, you watch a guy like CeeDee Lamb the last couple of weeks, and they have been moving him all over the field in Dallas. He had 151 yards yesterday through the air. They're going to move Diggs around to try and hide him from Patrick Surtain, who's their number 1 corner in Denver. I think Diggs at 86.5 is very attainable. If you force feed Stephon Diggs the ball, he gets over this. I want him to have 10 catches. I want a home run ball or 2.
Sure.
You know, this is the guy on this offense that could get you 40 or 50-yard catches if you take those shots, and I think they will tonight.
Listen, the Broncos defense has momentum right now. They're playing well last few weeks, and I still think Stephon Diggs eats tonight. I'll go over as well. Although I like Dalton Kincaid tonight, which brings me to this. Better bet for anytime touchdown. Sammy P, I'm going to first give you all the props in the world because you've been on Kincaid. I've seen you cash tickets. I'm on it tonight. Give me Dalton Kincaid anytime touchdown plus 145. He has proven he's a bona fide option now, a threat for Josh Allen in this passing game. Give me Dalton Kincaid.
Well, my friend, you can bet the 145 or you can bet 185 at FanDuel. So the range is real when you come down to these props, these anytime touchdown props. So there were 2 guys I wanted to talk about. Kincaid is the first. And you already mentioned him, plus 185 at FanDuel. And then Diggs. The price shopping on Diggs is so paramount. He is even money at FanDuel. So 100 wins 100.
Sure.
Take back 2. Minus 135 at DraftKings.
Wow.
So where are you going? Again, it's a conversation about price, discovery, and betting the right number. I think both of those guys are live, but get the right number. Even money on Diggs and 185 on Kincaid.
Better bet. The spread, 8 points, or the total, 47.5.
Not really in love with laying 8. I hate saying it's not going to matter, but in my world, it's either Buffalo big or Buffalo by a field goal. So you know, I don't want to be on record saying that there's no difference between 7 and 8 when clearly there is.
Of course there is.
If everything goes Buffalo's way, they're going to win by multiple scores.
It's one of those. It's so true. It's one of those games.
I don't think it's going to land 7.
Yeah, there's no in between. I'm with you. Look, obviously, I'm on the Broncos side of things, especially at the 8, so I'll go spread here. But you make a great point. This is either a blowout or a Broncos cover, no doubt about it, and it comes down to the end. All right, better bet for an interception. This feels easy to me.
Allen's got 9 picks in 9 games.
I know, but man, Josh Allen and Russell Wilson, I still think Russell Wilson's a better bet. Even with that being said, I still think that dream you had, 4 touchdowns, clean sheet for Josh Allen, if the Bills bring their A game, that's totally possible.
I was looking at Allen not to throw a pick at plus 112. Because he's done it in 5 straight games, which does what? It makes the yes expensive.
Yes.
You know, some books are minus 130, minus 140 now on Allen to throw a pick. But again, Denver defensively very bad, especially against the pass.
No doubt. All right, viewer questions. We love when you send these in. And make sure to send us messages at NESN Bets. All right, so Buffalo Bruce. Allen has been killing Diggs lately, but the Broncos D is garbage. Thoughts on an over receptions / yards / anytime TD parlay for my boy Stephon. He wants to go crazy with Stephon Diggs tonight. You say?
I don't like the parlay side of it. I would rather you single them all and bet them individually. I do love the touchdown bet at even money, and I do think 86.5 is a good yardage bet. But what happens if he gets 4 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown and you miss the parlay?
Which is so
I'm
likely.
not going to sign off on the parlay.
By the way, Buffalo Bruce. I mean, what are the odds that he's getting drunk and jumping through a table tonight? I mean, you know it's happening.
Flip a coin.
You know it's happening. All right, Josh A. says, my research, we're doing research here, indicates that 47.5 is a high point total in this game, especially with primetime games hitting, listen to this, the under at 77.4%. Very precise, this guy. Any reason to not play the under?
Regression? Regression is a bear in this business. And when all these primetime totals continuously go under, the odds makers make the lines lower.
Yeah.
So, again, if Buffalo plays a game,
sure.
Buffalo goes to 42 by itself.
Yeah.
And then you need Denver to score 7.
I agree. I mean, listen, prime time's one thing, but we saw a couple games yesterday on the slate hammer the over. I mean, they went way over.
Look what Dallas did.
I mean, my goodness. So I'm with you on that one. All right, Happy Zappy. Love that. If you're
Are these real people?
And is Zappy really happy? If you're the Patriots and you could trade Mac Jones straight up.
Oh, my God.
I knew he was gone.
I'm done.
I'll handle this one, Happy Zappy. For Russell Wilson, would you do it? Let me be clear here, Happy Zappy, because clearly you're a Zappy fan. I would trade Mac Jones right now, today, for some Cape Cod chips and a Code Red Mountain Dew. Okay? Can I be more clear? I would trade him for any damn thing. So thanks for the question. And thank you for watching NESN Bets Kickoff. Enjoy the game. We'll be back. I'm going to go find Sammy P because we have to be back for Thursday night's game. Enjoy the game. Peace.